In the last lecture, we added code to pass route parameters. And I mentioned that you simply do this by wrapping your element in a link as we do it. There we then use to, we turn it into an absolute path, and we pass post ID, which we are able to receive because we set up a flexible path here. However, we now need to retrieve that parameter too. So in the full post component there, now this props ID doesn't work anymore. I printed props to the console earlier though. If we inspect it, this is for different components, but the object always has the same structure. You see that under match, there actually is this params object. And if we print console log this props in our full post component there, and important, also turn component did update into component did mount, because now we're not updating this, it's getting added or removed to and from the DOM, so this needs to be component did mount. If we do that, then we see the object in our post component, and there under match we see that in params we have the ID param, and it's called ID because that is the name we set up as the name for this flexible element in this route definition in the block component. Now, of course, that allows us to extract this then. So here we can not only log it, we can also access this props match params.id, and we know it will be there because this component is only loaded through this route, which defines this ID param. So now if we save this, you see we get an error here, so something is better. The error we do get is that somehow we still access the wrong ID, the wrong post ID we're sending. Well, the reason for that simply is that in the full post, we are making it to the HTTP request, but there we still access this props ID. This now, of course, also has to be this props match params ID. And with that, if we save everything and we reload the app, now it successfully loads post number 3, or if we exchange this with 4, post number 4. And of course, also if we click on them here. So now we really have an application where we have a dynamic element because we are successfully passing route parameters and extracting them. Now there are still a couple of things which don't exactly work the way we want them to work. For example, if you click on new post, we are loading the new post form, but we also load that single post. Now, do you know why this happens? Let's take a closer look at this issue and how to fix it in the next lecture.